Good morning, good morning, good morning. Thank you guys for being here today. It has been interesting day today, and it just six of you watching. One of them actually might actually be me on my other screen. But thank you for being here. Just wanted to say my name is David Hunt, and I am wishing each and every one of you happy Memorial Day. I wanted to say thank you to all those who have made ultimate sacrifice. You want to say hey to Antabi. Yes, thank you for stopping by. Saying thank you for being here. Wow. I'm glad that you were blessed. And Andy James, thank you, sir. Have a blessed day, bro. You too, as well. Yes. Glory. Battle Hymn of the Republic was one that they used for sometimes just going into battle. And for those of you who want to get some real motivation, check out Real Talk with Ntabi. She is phenomenal. Good morning, Cynthia. Yes, good morning to you, and good morning, Ruby and Tamaris and Shireen, for stopping by. Awesome to see all of you here today. Really, really do appreciate each and every one of you. You know, ultimate sacrifice is giving up what you have, giving up your life for an ideal or something beyond yourself. And it is sometimes um, it is sometimes even when you think about it, sometimes not so glamorous as they make it out to be in the movies, because when you pass on, you leave people behind if they were depending on you for one thing or another. It's tough. And then you miss, even if the dependence is an issue, just the fact that you're not there anymore can sometimes be just traumatic. So I just want to just recognize that we have these folks in our lives, and when they're gone, they're not there anymore. And so we just want to honor their memory. Soldiers, first responders, police and fire, and I've worked with some of these folks, and they're absolutely phenomenal. Would lay down their life in a moment for someone else. That's kind of like what we're trying to build here, this community. It's based on a principle of using our hands, our voice, and our heart to make life better for someone else. Yes, yes, yes. We always try to make sure that we're giving respect to the front line. Not just, people just think of fire and police and stuff, but teachers especially in this pandemic, and storefront workers and people who are on the front lines, medical personnel, you know, and people say, well, these are the essential workers. I always say, no, we're all essential. These are just the ones that work in an emergency situation. We're usually talking about, the soldiers and the EMTs and uh, firemen and police and stuff like that. Those are the ones that are usually those are the essential workers. Like, well, no. If my work was not essential, why am I doing it? that's what I always say. Oh man, just so one way to think about it. But that's aside. Today we're honoring those who really have been on the front lines in battle, and we all need each other. That's exactly right, Antavi. We all need each other to survive. And so that's why today we take a moment to honor those who have been there before. Um, yes, David, there, Bentley. Sure. Yeah, I remember, man. It was a little while ago. Yeah, no, we had some good times. And but what we have to do is just remember to keep that hope in your heart, to keep, if you have someone who has passed on, who are in the military or on the front lines or wherever they are. Those front lines can be in, a doctor's office or a psychiatrist or psychologist for someone dealing with post-traumatic stress, because that's something that happens on the front lines. The one that takes care of the one that took care of particularly bad situation. Don't want to forget. That's why we remember. And so I am just here to shine a light. Yeah, Bentley was yesterday. Woo, it's true. You think about it, yesterday. And it's the events of the past that help to shape our present and will give us hope for the future. So yes, sir. Thank you, Dave, man. Man. Now you're pouring back into me. This is the beauty of live. Yeah. Thank you, Doc. Much appreciated. So always remember that there is hope, and you look for the lessons of the past that shape your present and that gives you hope for the future. I just want to encourage you to keep utilizing your gifts, your hands, your voice for someone else who may not have a voice to speak. You be the voice for them. You be the hands. You be the heart that would make life better. They're thinking about my home country of Trinidad right now. They're on lockdown. I think of the island of Bermuda, where a few weeks ago you could only go out on the days that your last name landed on. So for some it was Monday and Thursday, others it was Tuesday and Friday, and then Wednesday and Saturday and stuff like that. And it's like, wait, what? Yeah, you could only go out if and if they stopped you and you were not, they gave you a ticket. It's like, man, that's, that's rough. But on a small island, you really want to contain a pandemic because it could run rampant through the island, and they don't need that. So I understand it, but at the same token, it's tough to go through. So I think of Saint Vincent, who in the midst of a pandemic had a volcanic eruption. There's ash and soot, all over the place, and so you still want to make sure that you can get to them and provide the necessary water, because with a volcanic eruption, the water supply is compromised. So, how do you get water? How do you get, different things? And so that's like, wow, it's crazy. And the ash and soot went all the way over to Barbados and St. Lucia, I believe. And so you have these different things happening, and it's not just here in India. They're dealing with the pandemic on a massive scale because they don't have the hospital beds to take care of all the people who've fallen sick. And so it is like, yes, here in the US where I live, things may be taking a turn for the better, but in other places of the world, in Brazil and in different places, it's not the same. And so you want to always remember, be grateful for where you are. Yeah, in Tavi, it's hectic. It's hectic. And so I know that I'm over the hour that I usually set for this time, but I thought it was important to remember the ones who've gone on before. And, my piano playing isn't perfect. There are times I'm playing and I draw blanks and I'm like, wait, oh man, what's this supposed to be here? We must be, and we are grateful. And I'm grateful for my son. The other thing I wanted to say, my son has made it to the end of high school. Yeah, David, for sure, for sure. We are blessed to be here, man. And I pray and for my I pray for my family who's down there, my mom and my brothers and rest of my family. And I have family in Florida, family in New York and Pennsylvania, Oregon, California, and different parts of the country. And it's something that family is the family is what you have. Hey, Doc. Oh man, David, you're so kind. Yeah, and yeah, my son has made it to the end. So of high school, and we're proud of him. Doc, it's good to see you this morning. Indeed, Colombia is messed up with COVID. Very sad. Yes, a lot of these countries. Thank you, Tamaris. And this Saturday, we are having. Oh, sorry, we're having a family and friends concert this Saturday. 6 p.m. at the College Church. It's a family and friends concert. We're going to be having some of Joey's senior friends along with him, playing along with some of the friends that we've gathered and played with over the years. It is going to be epic. So keep on the lookout for that. I will keep mentioning that. Let's see if we can do this. Okay, I can't do that. All right, yeah. I wanted to bring it a little bigger so you can see. Yeah, so excuse me. Family and friends concert this Saturday, June 5, 2021 at 6 p.m. I will have streaming details later for those of you who cannot make it. We wanted to make sure that we celebrate this accomplishment, and Emma Rose DiMartino is going to be playing the cello. She is phenomenal. You don't want to miss it. So, yeah, that's what that is. We're just grateful to be here today, and just thinking about, what I've said. We remember those who have been on the front lines. Memorial Day. Remember those who have been on the front lines. There are other days like Veterans Day, 4th of July, which is geared more toward the military. But Memorial Day is, yes, it's about the military. They start, World War I, World War II, the Korean War, the Vietnam War, and, the Gulf War 1 and 2, Afghanistan. I mean, there's a whole bunch of different places that the soldiers have been in the last 100 and oh my goodness, my math is killing me today. 107 years, I guess. And even before that, the War of 1812, Independence, War of Independence, the War of there was another one in between. Emancipation in the North and the South. I forget exactly. My U.S. history is failing me. But anyways, we want to just continue to remember. Vietnam. Thank you. I think I said Vietnam. Korean War, Vietnam War. All right. There you go. So we want to continue to remember them. Soldiers, Army, Navy, Marines, Coast Guard, Air Force. We thank all, but we also want to remember fire, police, the teachers, and the support staff that surround all of these occupations and industries. And we also think of, and especially now in this pandemic, here in the US, we're sort of rounding the corner, looking like, vaccines will be good for everybody. But we want to remember, don't forget, 500 or 600,000 people passed. The ones who cared for each person had a story. And they affected other people. I know people who have lost loved ones. I know people who have been in a hospital, in the ICU, and they talk about how hard it was to breathe. Just a simple thing as taking a breath becomes something you have to struggle for because of a little bug that you can't see. Listen, remember, and you use the past to shape your present. That's why I pound on it every day. We use our hands and our voice and our heart to make life better for those around us. Exactly what the people on the front lines are doing. So, yeah, it's Memorial Day, so I'm memorializing. And I just want you to remember as well. Okay. All right. So, yes, David, even though my piano playing was imperfect, especially if you go back and listen to the replay, you're going to be like, what is David trying to do with this song? Oh, man. You know, it's just so awesome that we have a day where we can just chill and, we have a barbecue. Well, it's raining today. I don't know if the barbecue is going to come out. And the restrictions were just lifted, so I don't know if people will be congregating, but still, remember, don't let their sacrifices be in vain. That's exactly what I was going to say. Don't let their sacrifices be in vain. I just want to thank you for listening today. And the song you hear in the background is called Springtime. I wrote it a little while, maybe a month or so ago. One night, the melody wouldn't leave me. And it felt like spring coming to life. You take a seed, put it in the ground, it's dead. But in dying, it brings forth life. Oof, man, wow. In dying, it brings forth life. So the people who have died on the front line died so that we could have a better life. And that's why we try to use our gifts to make life better for those who are coming behind. Oh, man, that is so good. Always remember to use what you have to make life better for someone. It doesn't matter. I'm telling you, there are people with oodles of money and they're lonely because they were selfish in their rise to the top. Yes, they have people around them because of the money, but they're just around them because of the money. They don't have real community, and that's important. That's important to keep yourself involved in the community. It's, yes, indeed, Elizabeth. So true. So true. There are people out there with the means. But what does it mean without community? Humans are people who we thrive in community. That's the important thing. I didn't mean to talk for so long. I apologize, but I just thought I would say that. Doc, I did not plant the grass. I did not plant the grass seeds. And I read, because the last few days have been just awesome for seeds. It's like, what is this crazy guy trying to plant seeds in the summertime? It's like, you don't do that. You could tell I am not from this country originally, because only a Trinidadian would try to plant seeds in the summertime, even though May is not quite summer. You gotta hit June 21st for officially summer. But Memorial Day is usually, for a lot of people, the first day of summer. And unofficially, you know. So we want, so yes, I will be planting those grass seeds. I will make sure I get them out there because there's a lot of rain today. Okay, at least one shot from this angle. Thank you so much for being here and for being part of the Make Life Better crew, the MLB crew, I'm call it, because we love to use our hands, our voice, and our heart to make life better for someone else. My name is David Hunt, and I'm grateful that you are here. Have a wonderful Memorial Day. Remember the past to help shape our present so that we have hope for the future and that the next generation has a great example to follow through on. Awesome. Take care. We'll see you tomorrow. The next day, remember, June 5th, the College Church in Lancaster, Massachusetts. If you have the time and the ability to come, we would love to see you there. We would definitely love to see you there. Really? What happened? Okay. I'm just like, wait. I am trying to get this thing up here. Okay. This is it. It helps to know where your buttons are. Push the button, Dave. Yes. Let's celebrate. Right. Thank you guys. And we'll see you in the next video.